Okay, we're back with another GPU. This time it's the 3060 Ti from Nvidia. And as you can see right now, it's running at 60 FPS, but let me go through the graphics. This is actually Doom to Dark Ages, as you can see. Doom to Dark Ages. Let me go through the settings. It's 1080p right now. Motion blur is disabled. DLSS is on DLAA right now, which is not upscaling anything. It's actually a little bit more intensive than native quality, and it's more like a lot better, not just a little bit more better. It's a lot better than native 1080p. Motion blur is disabled, as I said. I said it says custom because I turned down this to 1500 instead of 2 gigabytes. I just like reduced because this GPU only has 8 gigabytes of VRAM and only 6.9 is available to the game because the OS and other apps they take, they're taking that 2 gigabytes for themselves. All right, so this is medium graphics, not high. Let me just try high. Actually, let me just go with high graphics instead. Let's apply. I still have the VRAM for it. Let's apply and go back. And high dropped me from 60 to 55 with the LA. I'm just gonna keep it, probably gonna keep it on high. Medium is gonna give you 60, 64, 63 FPS. That's what we said, 200% lows and averages. Oh, I can hear them right here. I forgot that these exist. They're like hiding behind these things, barricades. And as you can see right now, it's giving me pretty solid FPS. I'm not gonna lie, using 6 gigabytes, 0.8 of VRAM, which is not bad. With DLSS probably gonna drop even more. Oh, that's the thing that I have to block. Okay, there's nothing from that side. All right. I see like no reason to keep on DLA right now because it's on high settings. It's dropping to 50 FPS. Let's use DLSS on 1080p. I'm gonna try 1440p and 4K just to see how it runs. But on this GPU, I don't think that it's gonna run 4K because it's super heavy on the ray tracing, and you can disable ray tracing. And yeah, so let me just go DLSS on quality and apply it. Yes, go back. And as you can see, from 50 FPS, 52 to 80 FPS right now. And my GPU is using 200 watts of power, which is, this GPU doesn't really need that much power. It's fine. I can dash, yeah. I know that. I played the game already. Right now with DLSS on quality, it's using 5.6 gigabytes of VRAM, which is good. I knew that it was gonna drop. I told you it's gonna drop. Some games they drop VRAM with DLSS. Some games they don't even bother. But this is one of the games that drops VRAM because I noticed that with the 5090 and the 3090 Ti, like dropped from 4K when I use DLSS quality, dropped from 11 gigabytes of VRAM to like 9.5. And it's the same here, like from 6 gigabytes of VRAM. It's not as big of a drop because the drop with DLSS quality 4K from 4K native is like 33%, and it's a big number. Like from 4K to 1440p is not as small as like from 1080p to 960p. 720p, I'm sorry, I don't know why I said 960p. That's from 1440p to 960p, but from 1080p to 720p right now, and it's giving me a good, solid FPS. This game is like hell fun. Like, this game is like too much fun. I'm just gonna say this, like, this game is like overdose fun level. I think I just have to keep doing these. Oh, now it complete. The overlay was hiding that stuff. And I was like, why these keep spawning? All right, let's drop it to DLSS with performance right now instead of quality. Let's go here, DLSS performance, apply it, then go back to the game. And as you can see from well, let me just go back and just make sure that he didn't have 80 FPS, because I knew that I had 80 FPS before, and now it's like 89. which is not that big of an uplift. Yeah, I had 80 before. Okay, 85, 84. Let's go DLSS on performance. This is, yeah, sometimes it happens. I don't know why it happens, but it does happen. I'm gonna use DLSS frame generation as well. But for the time being, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so from 85 to 96, 97, it's like a 10 or 12 gigabytes of 12 gigabytes. What am I even saying? 12 FPS boost, which is pretty nice. But you know, dropping like to 50% resolution does not, you know, going from 1080p to like 540p right now and only gaining like what, like 30 FPS like in total, like while dropping like double the resolution, is not looking good. But some, you know, games differ. Like some games they give you more than, you know, double the performance. Some games give you double the performance. Some games give you like less than double the performance. It just depends on the game and architecture of the GPU as well. Like with the 40 series, it gives you more because it has more like tensor cores and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it's playable. It's like 99 FPS and 100 FPS right now, which is not bad. I'm all for this. On 1080p monitor, I don't really, you know, encourage using DLSS on performance on 1080p because it just makes it, you know, very bad looking. I'm not gonna lie to you, but DLSS quality is fine in this game. Like, even though it like has forced ray tracing, it's running well. I'm not gonna lie, it's running like well on 1080p. I didn't think that it was, because I tried it first on this GPU, but it didn't, you know, it didn't wanna run. I'm not gonna lie, it didn't wanna run. But I think because I had it on ultra nightmare settings from the 5090, that's why it like was crashing. But when I reduced the settings from the settings menu before I, you know, plopped in the GPU, the 3060 Ti, it worked. It just worked. Okay, like even in the menu settings, it's fucking intensive on this GPU. That's why I was like crashing. All right, so let's go up to 1440p native. I'm just gonna drop it here, do 1440p. I'm gonna actually, let me just use DLSS frame generation, DLSS quality with frame generation. Let's forget about 1440p right now for a moment. And DLSS quality, let's do frame generation right now. Apply and go back. Let's see. More FPS than DLSS performance. But the frame time is kind of weird. Like all types of weird. It's like, it doesn't feel you know, consistent for some reason. Which it's a mod. It worked with the 3090. I don't think that it's gonna work. I mean, it feels smooth. It's just like sometimes it just like hitches here and there.
We can't stay here.
It's 140 FPS though. Like way more than DLSS performance. I can't even take that because my shield is full. All right, because it's not running that great, I am just going to go to the settings, and they drop in a new weapon for me. I'm just gonna go to settings, use 1440p right now. Now I'm gonna use 1440p. DLSS off, frame generation off. Turn them off from the settings as well. Off and off, and 1440p. I'm just gonna have to go out of the game to make this overlay a little bit bigger and come back. Okay, now we're running DLAA 1440p, and it's well, it's close to 7 gigabytes of VRAM, and as you can see, it's not really doing well. It's 27 FPS, and it doesn't really feel like 27 FPS. It has like a 20 FPS or like 15 FPS feeling to it. It feels hella juggy, and you know, it doesn't really feel like a 27 FPS kind of thing. It's just because of the VRAM, because this game has like ray tracing forced, and yeah, this is what ray tracing forced is gonna do. It's gonna oversaturate the VRAM buffer and just not gonna let you run the game on you know, optimal settings. It doesn't even feel playable, you know what I mean? It doesn't even feel like it's playable for some reason. It's like the latency is too high. All right, let's just disable that and go to DLSS. Not disable, but keep 1440p, but go to DLSS. and use DLSS on quality. Apply it. The VRAM situation went down a little bit to 6 gigabytes, and as you can see right now, I'm still having 26 FPS. Oh no, it jumped now to 58 FPS, 1440p DLSS quality, which looks way better than 1080p native, but it's giving me the same kind of performance that the 1080p native would give. Oh, I have to keep punching them. I forgot. Yeah. Where they at? Where they at? Come up. Come up. Come up to me. Alright. Okay. And as you can see, it's using 6.1 gigabytes of VRAM, which is not bad. It's, it's usable. Because this GPU has the VRAM for it. Has 8 gigabytes of VRAM. And it can, knock out some applications if it needs that. Because the driver is gonna, see that the game is running, and some applications are using the VRAM. It's just gonna knock them out of the VRAM utilization. Just gives more to the game, and yeah. All right, let's use DLSS Performance right now. DLSS on Performance is right here. Apply it. Go back to the game. Give it a little bit. To realize it's using DLSS. Oh, well, it's like it's using DLSS right now. It's like it went from 59 to 60 FPS. Now it's like 80, like 77 to 80 FPS, which is not bad. Okay, what is this? If you are killed in combat, a life sigil can be consumed to revive you. Oh, it's like a revival item. These guys are hidden, but I just broken the door to them. Demons are gonna find them now, easy. Okay, inside this area with all the fire and the lighting from the ray tracing, it's actually running better than outside with no lighting. But I don't think that just ray tracing, ray trace lighting is the most intensive. I think the shadows and global illumination is what's very intensive. I don't think that lighting is the most intensive aspect of ray tracing. And I think reflections are also very intensive compared to lighting. Lighting is, I think, the lightest thing, lightest ray tracing aspect to run on a GPU. Shadows being the heaviest probably, or global illumination being the heaviest. But yeah, I digress. Let me just play this game. What the hell? There were two things over here. I don't know what they disappeared. Where's that guy that was hitting me from this side? All right, I have no more ammo left. I'm gonna start punching now. You give me ammo? All right. Let's now use DLSS quality. Drop to DLSS quality, but use frame generation as well. Okay, I'm gonna change it in the overlay on OBS. And as you can see right now, it's 100. Oh, well, not 100. It was 100. I had 60 FPS before with DLSS Performance, but the frame time is not, great. It's chugging. One second it's fine, but the other second's it's just chugging. I think the frame generation mod does not really work well with this GPU because of the again, frame generation needs a higher VRAM buffer. I only have 8 gigabytes of VRAM, so.
The main gate is under lockdown. There's a key in the nearby church. Routing the location.
So it's not it? I need to keep with that one, I think. Okay, let's remove frame generation right now. Where's frame generation? Is 2x and do DLSS on performance on 4K. Let's do 4K DLSS performance with no frame generation. Let's just try it. I'm gonna try 4K. Oh, it's like already above the VRAM requirement, but let's hope it just runs. You know what I mean? Like at 30 FPS at least. Oh, it's running. It says 16 FPS here. This is DLSS performance, but I think it's because of the VRAM. I don't, you know, it's exceeding the VRAM limitation here. I don't have 7 gigabytes of VRAM. It's like 8, but it's the game only detecting 9 gigabytes of VRAM for some reason. Let's go back to the game. Let's just see how the game is gonna run. Oh, it's like, no, it's not. No, nope, it's not good. It doesn't even like the GPU is not even working right now. It's like 180 watts. It's consuming like the same kind of power that my CPU is consuming. Wow, 16 FPS. Like, what the fuck? This isn't playable at all. Like, I shoot and I can see it happening tomorrow. I have to shoot and go like prepare my lunch and everything and just come back for it to show up. Even on the DLSS performance, this is like too heavy for this GPU to run. Yeah, this is the effect of the, I mean, The Last of Us. The Last of Us, which is like graphically better than this. Like, they have baked lighting, of course. They don't have ray tracing in The Last of Us. They have real-time lighting and reflections and stuff, but it's not really ray traced. It doesn't really take much VRAM, and it ran like at 60 FPS DLSS performance on 4K. 60 FPS on 3060 Ti, but this game, you know, this game is fun. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna bash on this game. Like, this game is fucking fun, but you know, it needs a little bit of optimization. And what the hell? Who screamed? Okay, this is a tutorial. All right, I already went through this shit, but here we go. Let me just see if I drop it to like ultra performance, if it's gonna have any different. Or like, let me just drop like from high to medium. You know, like just drop from high to medium quality. It dropped now like below the VRAM that I have. Let's see. 15 is still 16, 17 FPS. I don't think it's gonna make any difference. It's 23 FPS now with medium quality. it's not any good. I mean, it's not that much better, but it's better. Yeah, let's try the DLSS ultra performance. With the transformer model, it should be like better than, you know, DLSS performance of the last wow. DLSS ultra performance on medium settings. It's 83 FPS on 4K. So it's just like a VRAM limitation, and that's it. So if it was if this GPU had like, for example, 12 gigabytes of VRAM or 16 gigabytes of VRAM, it would actually run 4K like at least like 30 FPS or like something without any DLSS probably. Well, not any DLSS, probably DLSS quality is gonna run like 30 FPS and like 40 FPS with DLSS performance, and then like 70 and 80 FPS with the DLSS on ultra performance. But hey, it's running. You know, it looks better than 14. I mean, yeah, it looks better than 1440p. I'm not gonna lie, it looks better than 1440p. It looks better than 1080p for sure, and it's more FPS than like native 1440p. Yeah, more FPS than native 1440p and more FPS than 1080p, native 1080p. So, you know, let's use frame generation right now. Let's just use frame generation with ultra performance and see if it's gonna, you know, have any. Oh, now it's went over the VRAM again. I think it's gonna start chugging again. Yeah, it dropped my FPS. It's actually dropped my FPS because it's over the VRAM limitation. All right, so I'm just not gonna use that. DLSS frame generation is not a go for the GPU in this game. Only ultra performance can go. As you can see with ultra performance, like 70 to 80 FPS on 4K medium settings, which is, you know, fine, which is more than fine. I would play it like this on if I had like a 3060 Ti and I take it with the settings a little bit, and I found that it runs on more than 60 FPS at 4K and looking like this, I would just like use if I had a 1440p monitor, like I would use DSR to like increase it to 4K and just like use 4K with DLSS Ultra Performance because it actually looks a lot better than 1440p. Get the fuck out of there. Alright. I think I'm just gonna stop it here for this GPU. I'm gonna try the 2070 Super. I don't think it's gonna run better on that GPU. Like, this GPU, that GPU is like way slower than this GPU. But I'm gonna try it and see how it runs. And I'm gonna try it on the 4090, probably 4090 next. 4090 next. And then the... what's it called? And then the 2070 Super. Alright. See you in the next video. Ciao.